The Bible describes Golgotha as the site of Christ's crucifixion. But what if the evidence to prove it, hidden beneath layers of ancient stone, was right there all along? Israeli archaeologists have uncovered something so astonishing at Golgotha, it's challenging everything we thought we knew about history and faith. Ready for the revelation? Subscribe to our channel. Let's dive in. The search for the real location of Jesus' crucifixion has been a mystery for centuries. For years, many have only known Golgotha through religious texts. It was thought to be a mere legend, a place that existed only in stories. But what if everything we thought we knew was wrong? Israeli archaeologists have uncovered groundbreaking evidence at the site known as Golgotha, also called the Place of the Skull. This discovery has stunned the world, shaking the very foundations of what skeptics and believers alike believed about this sacred place. But what exactly did they find beneath the stones? The answers are far more surprising than you could imagine. What these archaeologists discovered at Golgotha could change everything we know about the crucifixion. But before we dive deeper into that, let's rewind to where it all began. Golgotha, which means place of the skull in Hebrew, is believed to be the site where Jesus was crucified. For many Christians, this hill represents the ultimate sacrifice. But for years, the exact location has been shrouded in mystery. The traditional site of Golgotha is located just outside Jerusalem's walls, near the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. But is this the true location? Could there be more to this ancient hill than meets the eye? And what if the findings now uncovered are changing everything we once believed? Stay with us, because what's been discovered beneath the surface could be far more significant than we ever thought possible. You won't believe the evidence that's come to light. The search for Golgotha's true location became serious in the 4th century AD, thanks to Emperor Constantine the Great. Constantine, who had converted to Christianity, sent his mother Helena to Jerusalem on a mission to identify sacred Christian sites. Helena's pilgrimage led to the identification of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which many believe marks the spot where Jesus was crucified and buried. But is the traditional location the one where it all really happened? While Constantine's decision made Golgotha a prominent Christian site, was there more to uncover? The real surprise came much later, as archaeological teams began to dig beneath this sacred site. What they found wasn't just an ancient church, but something that could prove the Bible's accuracy beyond doubt. Fast forward to today. In recent years, restoration work at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre has opened the door to new archaeological digs. What was intended to be a simple preservation effort quickly turned into a fascinating journey of discovery. As workers dug deeper, they stumbled upon something that no one expected. Beneath the church's foundation, the archaeologists uncovered remnants of a much older site, a limestone quarry that dates back to the time of Jesus. This quarry, which had been abandoned by the 1st century, was once used to extract stone for building materials. It perfectly matches the biblical description of Golgotha, which was known to have been an execution site near a quarry. Could this quarry be the actual site of Jesus' crucifixion? And if it is, what does this mean for the rest of what we thought we knew about this sacred place? While the quarry itself was a significant find, that wasn't the only surprise waiting to be uncovered. Soil samples from the area revealed something even more extraordinary: traces of olive trees and grapevines. These plants, deeply symbolic in the Bible, pointed to the fact that this quarry had been transformed into a garden. This discovery directly links to John 19:41, which describes a garden near the crucifixion site. Now in the place where he was crucified, there was a garden, and in the garden, a new tomb. For generations, critics thought this was purely symbolic, but now the evidence suggests otherwise. There was indeed a garden at the site, just as the Bible describes. But there's more. Not only was this area a garden, but it also contained something else that's been missing from the historical record. What else did they find buried beneath the garden soil? As the excavation continued, archaeologists uncovered first-century tombs carved into the rock around the site. These tombs were typical of wealthy Jewish families of that period, and were carved into the very stone used for the quarry. Among these tombs, one stood out to be potentially the most significant discovery yet.
A tomb beneath the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, traditionally believed to be the tomb of Jesus, was found to have a circular marble base. This matched descriptions of the original church built by Constantine in the 4th century. It was clear that the location held far more importance than just being a place of burial. Could this be the tomb of Jesus Christ? What does this new evidence say about the authenticity of one of the holiest sites in the world? And how does this shift our understanding of biblical history? For years, many skeptics, especially those who denied the historical accuracy of the Bible, argued that the crucifixion of Jesus was a myth. They believed that there was no physical proof of the events described in the Gospels. But now, the findings at Golgotha are presenting a challenge to these skeptics. Atheists, who once scoffed at the idea of a real Golgotha, are left stunned by the discoveries. How could the Bible have described the geography of the area so accurately without any evidence until now? The evidence uncovered at Golgotha is putting them in a difficult position. So what's next for the skeptics? And how do these findings change the debate around the existence of Jesus and the authenticity of the Bible? Beyond the archaeological discoveries, the implications for faith and theology are massive. The findings validate not only the physical location of the crucifixion, but also the Bible's accuracy in detailing the events of Jesus' death and burial. For believers, this discovery is a confirmation of their faith, an undeniable connection between the past and the present. It also raises significant questions about the way we view biblical prophecy and the unfolding of God's plan. Could the physical evidence at Golgotha be part of a larger divine story that's still being written? As we explore these theological implications, there's still one question that remains. Will this discovery lead to even more revelations about the history of Jesus and Christianity? With these shocking findings, the next steps for Golgotha and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre are yet to unfold. Archaeologists are eager to continue digging, and further excavations may reveal even more answers to the mysteries that have surrounded this sacred place for centuries. For believers and skeptics alike, this is just the beginning. As technology and archaeology continue to advance, new discoveries at Golgotha could bring even more surprises to light. What secrets still lie hidden beneath Golgotha? What new truths could this ancient site reveal in the future? Stay tuned, because the story of Golgotha is far from over. Golgotha, once a site of controversy and mystery, has now become a symbol of truth and faith. The discoveries made by Israeli archaeologists provide undeniable proof of the events described in the Gospels, leaving skeptics and believers alike grappling with the truth. For many, the question is no longer whether these events really happened. It's what these findings mean for our understanding of history, faith, and the world we live in today. Golgotha no longer stands as mere legend. It's a place where faith and history collide, and the truth has risen from the earth. But the most shocking question of all remains: what will you do with this newfound truth?